Today is Wednesday, May 6th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we are going to continue Chapter 8, Two Wives. We'll read the first part of page 112. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Tradition 2. We'll read page 134. And of course, we'll read the 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. Life is good over here. I am recording just before the Flyers game this evening. As I'm recording this, it is getting close to the end of the season. And the Flyers are playing the Devils. And it is a big, big game. So I'm super excited about that. And excited just to do this again. I love doing this every day. And, you know, I heard a quote that I wanted to share real quick from an NA meeting. It says, "I no longer regret my past because with it, I can share with other addicts, perhaps averting the pain or even death of another. God doesn't want me to be ashamed of my past. He wants me to use it." So great stuff. Our past is our most valuable asset we have. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading out of the Big Book, we were talking about the different types of alcoholics that our spouses might be and how we can work with each one of them. And I think we've been talking about spouse or husband number one here and trying to work with them in a constructive way. So we're on the bottom of page 111, and we'll read the first half of 112. When a discussion does arise, you might suggest that he read this book, or at least a chapter on alcoholism. Tell him you've been worried, though perhaps needlessly. You think that he ought to know the subject better, as everyone should have a clear understanding of the risk that he takes if he drinks too much. Show him that you have confidence in his power to stop or moderate. Say you don't want to be a wet blanket, that you only want him to take care of his health. Thus, you may succeed in interesting him in alcoholism. He probably has several alcoholics among his own acquaintances. You might suggest that you both take an interest in them. Drinkers like to help other drinkers. Your husband may be willing to talk to one of them. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Tradition 2. For our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants. They do not govern. And if you recall from yesterday's reading, we are at a point where this founder that started a whole new group in Middletown, USA, it starts off great. He ends up being the leader of the group, of course, but then as the group expands, young blood comes in, all of a sudden there's a group conscience that wants to shake things up a little bit. So how is the original founder going to handle that? That's what we're going to talk about today on page 134. Now comes the election. If the founder and his friends have served well, they may, to their surprise, be reinstated for a time. If, however, they have heavily resisted the rising tide of democracy, they may be summarily beached. In either case, the group now has a so-called rotating committee, very sharply limited in its authority. In no sense whatever can its members govern or direct the group. They are servants. Theirs is sometimes the thankless privilege of doing the group's chores. Headed by the chairman, they look out after public relations and arrange meetings. Their treasurer, strictly accountable, takes money from the hat that is passed, banks it, pays the rent and other bills, and makes a regular report at business meetings. The secretary sees that the literature is on the table, looks after the phone answering service, answers the mail and sends out notices of meetings. Such are the simple services that enable the group to function. The committee gives no spiritual advice, judges no one's conduct, issues no orders. Every one of them may be promptly eliminated at the next election if they try this. And so they make the belated discovery that they're really servants, not senators. These are universal experiences. Thus, throughout AA, does the group conscience decree the terms upon which its leaders shall serve. "24 hours a day, May 6th. AA thought for the day. I have noticed that the ones who do the most for AA are not in the habit of boasting about it. The danger of building myself up too much is that, if I do, I'm in danger of having a fall. That pattern of thought goes with drinking. If one side of a boat gets too far up the water, it's liable to tip over. Building myself up and drinking go together. One leads to the other. So if I'm going to stay sober, I've got to keep small. Have I got the right perspective on myself?" Meditation for the day. The way sometimes seems long and weary. So many people today are weary. The weariness of others must often be shared by me. The weary and the heavy laden, when they come to me, should be helped to find the rest that I have found. There is only one sure cure for world weariness, and that is turning to spiritual things. In order to help bring about the turning of the weary world to God, I must dare to suffer, dare to conquer selfishness in myself, and dare to be filled with a spiritual peace in the face of all the weariness of the world. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be a help to discouraged people. I pray that I may have the courage to help bring about what the weary world needs but does not know how to get. Daily Reflection, May 6th. Hold back nothing. The real tests of the situation are your own willingness to confide and in your full confidence in the one with whom you share your first accurate self-survey. Provided you hold back nothing, your sense of relief will mount from minute to minute. The dammed up emotions of years break out of their confinement and miraculously vanish as soon as they are exposed. As the pain subsides, a healing tranquility takes its place. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 61 and 62. A tiny kernel of locked-in feelings began to unfold when I first attended AA meetings, and self-knowledge then became a learning task for me. This new self-understanding brought about a change in my responses to life situations. I realized that I had the right to make choices in my life. And the inner dictatorship of habits slowly lost its grip. I believe that if I seek God, I can find a better way to live. And I ask Him daily to assist me in a sober life. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading and some beautiful stuff. I love the 24 hours a day. Is anybody else an egomaniac with an inferiority complex? Is that anybody? I never thought about that, but that is so true. That describes me so well. And I didn't want to be that way. I didn't realize that I was kind of an egomaniac. That I was so worried about what people thought of me. And I would clutch that image to my chest and just try to protect it with everything I had. It wasn't easy. And yet I never felt like I was enough. And then when you get that pat on the back, man, that is the best feeling in the world, right? I can still catch myself chasing the pat on the back. It feels so good. And I'm being real here. It feels so good when someone says, "Hey, you're doing a good job." It still does. But I've got to watch that. Because if I'm not careful, I'll go, yeah, you know what? I am doing a good job. I am really good at this. Or on the other side, I've now been here too. I suck at this. And no one could really love me. If they only knew the person I really was, no one could love me. I've been on that side too. That's pride in reverse. Because either way, I'm still self-absorbed. So I love this. How do you get outside of that? Service. That helps me. It says right here, the danger of building myself too much is that if I do, I'm in danger of having a fall. That pattern of thought goes with drinking. If one side of a boat gets too far up out of the water, it's liable to tip over. Building myself up and drinking go together. One leads to the other. So if I'm going to stay sober, I've got to keep small. And then it talks about weariness, the weariness of the world, right? In the meditation for the day. How can I get outside of myself? Help another person, Rob. See that person suffering over there that's new? Why don't you go talk to them after the meeting? Give them your number. Say, hey, call me. If you need a ride to the next meeting or whatever. Service work throughout the day. That's how I can get outside of myself. And it's not to pat myself on the back and go, oh, look how good you're doing helping other people. No. Doing it just because it's the right thing to do. Doing it as an expression of gratitude. We were talking about that the other day. Gratitude by itself is just a pleasant, fleeting emotion. But when I put gratitude into action, like for instance, the fact that I'm sober today, it's a miracle. How can I express my gratitude? How can I thank my higher power? Well, how about helping some of his other children? I don't know. That's just my take, but it's great stuff. Guys, that's all we have time for today. I hope you have a great one today. And if you are sober, I hope you know that you're a miracle and you are giving a tremendous gift to everybody around you. And I'm sure that those who love you are very proud of you. And if you're not sober today, I hope you know that you're a miracle as well. That you have great worth and great value. And that your story is not done yet. So I just pray that today, whatever this might look like for you, I pray that you'd make that first step toward change and get the help that you need. And you don't have to do it alone. There are people that care about you and want to help you. And by letting them help you, you are helping them. It's a two-way street. But my friends, as always, I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect, denomination. I am just a joyful drunk in this lifeboat of recovery. Honored to be here today. Thank you so much for all the emails, the feedback I get on Spotify. I'll always look forward to those comments. Oh, and I also wanted to say congratulations. This will be about a month late by the time she hears this, but Nellie has celebrated. Nellie's a friend of the podcast, has celebrated a whole year in sobriety. What a beautiful miracle. Thank you so much, Nellie, for all of your positive and kind words. Trust me, you're helping me a lot more than I'm helping you. And I would love to share your experience, strength, and hope. If you ever want to share it on the podcast, someone's telling me you have a ton of wisdom to share. And I'd be honored to pass it on and to apply some of that wisdom to my life. So, again, congratulations. You're a miracle and you are a blessing to me. And my friends, you all are a blessing to me, and I hope that you have a great one. And if we're given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.